Hello, fifth graders. This lesson today is getting even more interesting, at least in my opinion. I enjoyed it when I prepared it. So, it's called vertical angles. When I saw the name, I didn't really understand what vertical angles mean. I thought, if an angle is placed vertically, maybe it's called a vertical angle, and this angle is not a vertical angle since it's not placed vertically. So what does it mean to be a vertical angle? Well, it says, actually, not the way angles are placed, but how they're formed. In this figure, EF and GH are two straight lines. And they form four angles, A, B, C, D. And angles B and angles D are called vertical angles. So this is how you define vertical angles, not how they're placed. But when two lines intersect each other, they form vertical angles. B and D, actually A and C too. So two pairs of vertical angles. Here we go. EF and GH are two lines intersecting each other, and they form two pairs of vertical angles. The property of vertical angles are they have equal measures. I want to tell you this property directly because I want you to think about how to prove it. Now I can tell you it is very true that angle B and angle D have equal measures. They measure the same. Angle A and C also have equal measures. They are the same. I want you to pause the video for a second and think about how to prove it. I can give you a hint. You can think of your angles on a line property. And tomorrow, when we meet on Zoom, I would be very interested to know who thought about it and who figured out a way to prove this property. Okay, now let's just move on to the answer, how to prove it. Since we already know that angle A and angle D are angles on the line EF, and we are sure that they add up to 180 degrees. Same thing for A and B. They are angles on line GH. So angle A and angle B add up to 180 degrees. Well, do you see that angle D and angle B, they will have to be the same? Right. So angle D and angle B, they measure the same. In the same way, angle D and angle A are angles on the line EF, and they make 180 degrees. Angle D and angle C are angles on the line GH, and they add up to 180 degrees. So we can infer that angle A and angle A are the same. They measure the same. Did you think of this way? Did you figure out how to prove this property? Well, if you did, very great job on you, because you have been using your properties and you're being very smart. Remember, there has to be at least two lines in order to find some vertical angles. In this figure, AC is a line. Can you find any vertical angles? No. S and Q are not vertical angles since they obviously don't look the same. And E and EF is not a line at all. And P and R, they may look close, but since we know D and F is not a line, P and R are not vertical angles. So if there's only one line, there's no vertical angles. In this figure, A, B, C, D are lines. Can you find some vertical angles? Yes. First of all, we know that angle T and angle R are vertical angles, and then angle S and the sum of angle P and Q are vertical angles. Having learned the property of vertical angles, now we can use it to solve some problems. Like this one, this is a basic easy one. This one says X and W, XW and YZ are lines, and the angle ZOX is 43 degrees. Find the measure of angle WOY, angle WOZ, and angle XOY, this angle. Since we know the property of vertical angles, and we can naturally know that angle WOY is the same as angle ZOX, and it is 43 degrees. How about the measure of angle WOZ? Do you know how much it measures? Right. If you remember our angles on a line, our first lesson, you would know that angle ZOX and angle ZOW, they are angles on the line WX, and they add up to 180 degrees. So we know that angle WOZ is 180 degrees minus 43, and it is 37 degrees. Since we know angle XOY and angle WOZ are vertical angles, we know that angle XOY is the same as angle WOZ, 137 degrees. So this one is not too tricky, and you can easily figure out the answer. Let's look at another one. In this figure, A, B, and CD are lines. We know that angle B, we should name the intersection point, we will name it O. Angle BOE is 52 degrees, and angle AOD is 120 degrees. And find the measure of angle J and angle K. Think for a second. Angle J and K. Well, if you observe the figure, there are actually a few ways to find out. But first, we would find out that since AB is a line, angle AOD and angle J make the pair of lines angles on a line. They're on the line AB. So angle J plus 120 degrees would be 180 degrees. Now we know that J is 60 degrees. And angle DOB and angle AOC are vertical angles that we just talked about. So we would know angle AOC. It is also 60 degrees. After we found out angle J, it is easy to find out angle K because J and the 52 degree angle and angle K, they make line angles on the line CD. So these three angles add up to 180 degrees. Knowing J and the 52 degrees, you would find out K. So angle J plus angle AOD is 180. Angle AOC, I used a different pair of. And another one here. MN PQ Q, R, S are lines. Find the sum of the measures of angle B and D and F. These three angles are not even close. So in order to find out the sum of their measures, we have to use our vertical angles property and replace them with some equal measure angles so that we can get these angles either on a line or on a point. Then we know the sum of their measures. First of all, we know that angle B, angle E, I named a new angle here. Angle E and angle D are vertical angles. So angle D and angle E measure the same. So angle B plus angle D plus angle F would be the same as angle B plus angle E plus angle F. Do you notice that there are three angles on the line MN? And do you know the sum of their measures? Right. If you know that, you would know angles on the line, they measure up to 180 degrees. Then you would know how to figure out the answer of this question. And you're able to solve it. And another one here. MN, PQ, RS are lines. Find the sum of the measures of angle B and D and F. These three angles are not even close. So in order to find out the sum of their measures, we have to use our vertical angles property and replace them with some equal measure angles so that we can get these angles either on a line or on a point. Then we know the sum of their measures. First of all, we know that angle B, angle E, I named a new angle here. Angle E and angle D are vertical angles. So angle D and angle E measure the same. So angle B plus angle D plus angle F would be the same as angle B plus angle E plus angle F. Do you notice that there are three angles on the line MN? And do you know the sum of their measures? Right. If you know that, you would know angles on a line, they measure up to 180 degrees. Then you would know how to figure out the answer of this question. And you're able to solve it.